So this is our student hostel management system, and we have added numerous functionalities. So first of all, if we want to add a new student and let's say room number, let's say 7, and initial payment of 1000 rupees. Okay, and the student was added successfully. So when we check the students table, we can see the one is added to the system. And moving on, I can also remove a student, and let's say I want to remove in the papaya, and the student was removed successfully. And if you reload it, you can see in the papaya is not there now. And also we can list all the students. Here you can see all the students listed, and you can check also the room availability. So as you can see here, room numbers 1, 4 and 7 are occupied. So if I type 1, it gives an warning, room 1 is already occupied. And if we enter a room that is available, it will display the room is available. And moving on, when we want to record a monthly payment, and here let's say indica 1 and 2000 rupees, and we press enter, the payment will be recorded successfully, and this will be recorded in the payments table. You can see 2000 rupees with the payment date, it will be recorded. And let's say we want to calculate the total payment and of room number 7. As you can see, the initial payment was 1000, and the additional payment was 2000 rupees dollars, and it was recorded. And we can also check the payment status of a particular person. Let's say, for example, in the one, you can see his payment status, and we can also check whether a person is missing a payment or having a late payment. As you can see, 2 lakhs has no additional payment made, so that is recorded here.
System, these are the CRUD operations for the teacher in charge. To create a user, we have to enter user ID and username and email. And after clicking this, the user is created, and it shows in here. So next, to read the user, we have to give the ID as 1. So user is found and his details is shown here. And to update the user, after giving the 1, and when we update the name, like and update the user, so the user is updated successfully. So we'll see in here, and see the name is updated. So next, to delete the user, we have to give the user ID as 1, and to delete user, and the user is deleted successfully. And here, when we see the ID 1 and refresh, so the user is deleted.
So in the hostel management system, there is a cleaning service which is provided. So this is how to manage the users who provide cleaning services. This is how to enter the username, email and user ID. So the user has been successfully created, so it is shown in the database users in here. So next, it is how to read a user who has been added. So in order to read a user, we should enter user ID. So we check user ID. well. So according to the user ID which I provided, the details are shown. So in order to update a user, we should in order to update user, we should enter the user ID. Then we should enter a email to change. So rubin@gmail.com is changed to rubin@gmail.com. Username is the same. So it has been updated. So finally, here the Gmail has been changed to Rubin 2. So when to delete a user, we should add the user ID and then we should delete. So the user has been deleted successfully. It is will be shown in here that the user has been deleted successfully.
So this is the CRUD operations for the supplier in the hostel management system. This is the UI and this is the current users database. So here first we add a supplier and it asks for a supplier name. So when we say like Fonseca in the supplier and press this add button, and when we go to the database and refresh it, it shows that at 18 ID it's been added the name Fonseca. So let's go to the back to the UI and when we click the remove button here and refresh the database, and the ID 8 and the name Fonseca is removed.
So first of all, we have the hostel management app.java main file. It contains the code to connect to the XML file which handles the graphical user interface. As you can see, it is listed here. And when we move on to that, we have various settings. As you can see, the label style and VBox alignment. We have imported various FX libraries, as you can see here, and we have linked that fxml file to the control file as seen here. What the control file does is it contains all the methods to handle the various functionalities deployed by the system. As you can see, handle as student, handling the remote student, and also the payment handling. As you can see, handle report payment are all here to facilitate those requirements. As you can also see here, where these functions call upon the database to do these functions, and the student.java file contains all the attributes. For example, the student class contains the student attributes. You can see get name as well as those files to get room numbers, and finally we have the database connection file which helps to connect to the database. You can see the Java-based connection which helps to connect to the database, drive manager which establishes the connection, and the SQL exception file which reports on any exceptions caused during runtime. As you can see, when it is connected to the system, the database connected message is displayed, and if it fails to connect to database, message is displayed, and thus the system is enabled through these code bases.